It's your boy Mills.
It's your boy Shan.
It's your boy Nancy Moose.
Here we go.
Oh my God, is that the Faces of the Future? Welcome to episode 82 of the Faces of the Future podcast. It's your boy Mills.
It's your boy Shan.
Certified lover moose on the ones and twos.
You did your thing today, Moose.
You said certified lover moose. You did do your thing.
You did his thing.
It's my turn next week.
Shit said, nah, he can't have the shine for 2 weeks in a row. Absolutely
Nah, that
not.
was-
He did his thing though.
Yeah.
You gotta give him credit where credit is due.
You know the vibes.
I respect it. But you say you about to be spinning your set gonna be crazy next week?
It gotta be.
It gotta be.
It gotta be.
All right, I'm gonna let you get your fire. You know what I'm saying?
I have
2
to come with
weeks.
something. That was good. Good selections.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, the production, man. Crazy.
It's different.
It's OD. You know, actually,
The melodies.
after the song of the day, I actually got a conversation for y'all. I think that we should have, or if you want to have it now.
About what?
I'm trying to remember the article off the top of my head.
Let's just save it.
All right. Yeah, actually, nah, we'll save it. It's cool.
Let's jump right into it though. Let's jump right into like.
We're not gonna say what's been going on
We
with
can
y'all.
if I want to jump right in.
All right.
I mean, we can say how you
Nah,
doing.
how
How
you
you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Nah,
How
I
you
like
been
it.
doing?
I like the energy.
You feel me?
You
I
heard
like
Shannon.
that
I think you heard Shannon's feelings.
You know you didn't.
I did.
I like the energy.
I'm just saying though.
I was trying to boost you.
You try to boost me.
I like the energy.
You feel me? Cause I really the reason I want to get into it is because I want to hear Moose's opinion. To be honest, because he's been having a lot of dialogue about
That's
it.
how.
Real rap. But nah, let's do our door intro. Then we'll get into it.
All right.
What y'all been up to though? Like I said, Moose started off the pod real well. You know what I'm saying? He came in, he pulled up vibing. So I was like, you in your bag?
Yeah.
You in his bag this afternoon?
R&B is actually my actual bag. Granted, as much as I talk about drill hip, R&B is actually where my bag is at. My favorite album is Percy Sledge's album. It's not the album that had When a Man Loves a Woman. It's not that one, but
Okay.
yeah, Percy Sledge is actually he got my favorite album all time.
Yeah.
You know I love the class because I can go on for days about that shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's
the grown man shit right
for
there.
real. That's really what you really. That's the.
He said the girl, man.
He got a point.
You don't know nothing about that though. A lot of
That's
people
the
don't know
grown
nothing
man.
about that.
They don't.
But I mean, because music nowadays.
I mean, kids younger than us don't. We
you
do.
don't, you don't think so?
No.
Now I gotta find an article since we on it.
No, I don't.
I
don't. Generation below your brothers, do they?
Nah.
That's what I'm saying.
Chase
Don't.
do though.
Chase do because he was raised on it.
Yeah.
He had no choice.
But I mean, it is what it is. I still think like I said, that era of music is just top tier.
Timeless greatness.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big vibes.
But a lot of stuff's been happening this past week. The biggest thing that happened was the Oscars.
Slap heard around the world.
The slap.
Yo,
the
do
slap.
y'all watching it from beginning to end?
What?
I watched the uncensored. I watched the censored version first.
So only that. So did you watch it like when it first started, like live?
Nah.
Did it?
I saw the clip. Did you?
Yeah, I watched it from the beginning.
What? Like
So a little bit. No, like the entire Oscars. I'm saying.
No,
Oh.
I'm saying, did you watch the actual slap live though?
No, I had turned it off right before that part.
I don't know what my reaction.
Literally right before that part. I was over it. Like I tried to give it a chance.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't watch anymore.
Before we even get into Will and whatever, it's also kind of sad about that because it was produced by the whole thing was produced by African Americans, so they tried to make it as African American as possible, and it wasn't hitting. And it sucks because I don't even think it's their fault. I just think it's just.
Do you like what do you think was? Do you think like Will was just at his breaking point though?
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that before we even got there.
You talking about like the product?
I'm talking about the actual Oscars production.
Yeah, I know it's by. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you didn't expect that to happen.
No, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the fact that people were not as engaged with the Oscars.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
Yeah,
about. Shane,
yeah,
it was
like-
but that's been like that for a while though.
for a while.
yeah, but I'm only saying that it's sad because it was an African American who
Yeah.
produced the whole Oscars,
Yeah.
and it still wasn't hitting like that. And I just feel
that's
like
true, that's
because
true.
I feel like
Yeah.
that goes to like the fact of like we just people just don't want to watch TV, or people just
Yeah,
don't really
bro.
care about award shows like that. You get what I'm saying?
Oscars have been on decline for a couple years now.
Do you watch award shows on the regular?
Not anymore.
I honestly didn't know the Oscars was really happening until that happened.
I pay attention to the big ones like the Oscars and the Grammys.
Yeah.
I pay attention to those
I
because
didn't watch the Oscars
those used to
at all.
be big deals. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you
But
know what happened?
Do you think they mean as much anymore though?
no.
Yes and no.
Yes
do you
and
mean?
no.
Wait, hold
Yes and
on,
no,
wait.
too.
No, so wait. I wanted to answer. You know what I think happened about the Oscars and I think the Grammys? I think they pushed everything back because it's supposed to be earlier than this. The Grammys are supposed to be in like January, but I remember they pushed it back because it was
Since
after.
COVID?
Was it because of COVID?
No, I think it was because of Kanye, so Kanye could submit his album because they pushed it back a couple
They
months.
adjusted the whole Grammys because of his album.
It was either that, it was something they pushed.
Yeah, I do remember there was.
They pushed it back. I don't remember why, but they did push it back to this time. So the Grammys are this weekend actually.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe the Oscars
Back-to-back
probably pushed it back.
weekends.
Yeah. So I think they probably pushed it back.
because last season weren't we talking about who we thought was going to win the Grammys?
Yeah.
Of that nature?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Grammys is a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is.
It's
The
all-
Grammys are a big
it
deal.
is.
It's all a big deal for all artists. Like I don't like the argument when I thought about it. Of
The
like,
Oscars, I don't know because I feel like so many people have gotten just screwed for so long. Like,
Yeah.
why is Will Smith winning his first one?
one,
Or
yeah.
Samuel Jackson,
That's
like,
what-
why is it his first one?
That's what-
Why does Leo have one
And-
Oscar?
And now that you're saying that, Moose, I think a lot of stuff. It is sad that it happened because a lot of stuff did get overshadowed. Like Shan just saying, like Samuel Jackson winning his first Oscar. I didn't even know
Will
that.
won his
Yeah.
first. Like,
But like, yeah, there's a lot of moments that were just overshadowed because of the situation.
I mean, if we're gonna get into it, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean,
about the slap?
yeah, because I actually have a bunch of mixed.
Man,
I
I
genuinely
mean-
have mixed feelings about it.
I mean, I wish I would have seen it live.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it could be a real.
But like
reaction.
I said, I was watching it and like I just got to the point where I was like, this is like, I'm not into this anymore like I used
Yeah.
to be. So I was like, I'm like, all right. I came downstairs to play video games. Kaylee went to sleep while the
Okay.
Oscars is on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
So wasn't too long after that, somebody put it in a chat or something, and that was where I saw it originally.
It was on
Yeah.
Saturday,
And I
right?
was like, yo, like this just happened. Like I was just watching this. Like this is like live TV. He did it on live TV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently in the U.S. when they cut everything out, but like on the Japanese and like the foreign ones, they had everything.
So
Why-
the
why-
first part I heard was the censored version where it
Yeah.
just went silent.
That's what I'm saying.
So I was like, well, something clearly was said because Chris Rock was looking at him
Yeah,
and he wasn't saying nothing. And then they showed the camera to Will and he looked like he was saying like something like with all his soul.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
then when I heard the uncensored part, I was like, yo, that shit is crazy. Like he really slapped him like hard and then went and cursed him out.
He gave him the old head
Did you
smack.
think it was real at first? Though?
No.
I didn't think it was real at first.
I did.
I thought the
I
slap
did.
was a joke.
I thought it was like part of like the act.
And I didn't
you
think
feel
he
me?
really slapped him, but he really slapped him.
But he really slapped. When you saw the playback, I was like, dang.
And then because he walked away and like we was like smirking and like he was like, I thought it was a joke at first. And then when I saw what was said beforehand, the joke and stuff like that,
Yeah.
then I was like, all right, well, he had a moment.
He did.
But that's a
He had a moment you can't have.
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
You had a moment that you can't have.
He-
And the wrong place at the wrong time. Like this is not the right time for that.
Yeah, I still didn't like. I was just in awe.
I was in shock.
I watched it because I didn't even know it was on Sunday, right? Oscars was on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was coming back from a wedding. I was just chilling and then like I don't even remember how. I think I was on Twitter and I just seen. I was like, oh nah, he's bugging.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was wild, but you know the joke was unwarranted.
It was even crazier.
Do you think the joke was that bad?
It's not about it being bad. Like so, this is why I said I have a bunch of mixed reactions about it because
I'm here for it. I'm
a
listening.
lot of people don't know that the whole Will Smith Chris Rock thing happened 2016. So it's like everybody was boycotting the Oscars. All the African Americans were boycotting the Oscars. And I forgot for what reason. Probably had to do with racial tension or whatever. Because I think it was because the Oscars didn't nominate anybody of color that year, something like that, along those lines. So Chris Rock did he hosted the Oscars and he made a joke about the fact that Jada wasn't there because she was supporting Will. And obviously, when you say stuff like that in 2016, when they were all boycotting it on purpose, it sounds kind of insensitive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Jada came in probably a couple months or a year later saying that she's not fond of Chris Rock. It's on the internet. So now this comes in, and then now you're here and you make a joke, and then i.e. boom, keep my name's wife out your mouth, and it's like it looks weird, right? Because I was having a conversation with my boys, and they were like, "Oh, nah, he's wrong. He's wrong for that. He's lucky that Chris Rock didn't do nothing." But I'm like, and they're like, oh, it's because of Jada. Jada's acting like, but I'm like, we don't even have to take in Jada's stuff because Chris said something 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And you came back another 6-7 years later, you saying something again? Like, I'll punch you too, nigga. Like, keep on
but
watching
you
your mouth.
punching him right there in that moment?
Yeah, probably. If
so?
I'm Will Smith, hell yeah. I'm Will Smith.
I don't know.
I'm Will Smith.
I would want to. But
I would
also
definitely
for
want
my
to.
own reputation and like the
But that's my
repercussions on me.
I don't think he was thinking about that in the moment.
I would handle it. I would handle it, but it would be
Will Smith. There's no repercussions that are coming to him.
Bro, it makes him look horrible, bro. Especially with everything that's been going on with him and Jada.
Horrible to
like
who?
the whole like August thing and
That
stuff
was the
like that,
second-
and like people thinking like he's fucking miserable and like he hates himself.
It is very much possible
what I'm saying? Like-
but that's very much possible that it's true that he could very much hate himself. But at the end of the day, who does it look horrible to? Because even
It looks bad to me.
but to who?
What you mean?
But I think it's like I've seen split. I've been seeing like.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I had mixed emotions about it too, but like if you did that, I would be disappointed in you regardless of what.
okay,
the situation
are you
was.
disappointed in
And
him?
If you did that, I'm not disappointed in him for what he did. I'm just disappointed in how he did it.
What do you mean how he did it though? Like what? How?
I get what you're saying.
How would you have changed the way he did?
I would have handled it afterwards, backstage.
But what
I'm not gonna go while it's on live TV.
Now you're right.
Okay.
You're 100%
Shut the
right.
whole fucking thing down. And like now it's like it's weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now like that's all anybody's talking about. We just said everything's being overshadowed because of this. Like people have been talking about this shit nonstop.
Yeah.
When this
Yeah.
shit happened, I was on my phone looking at it for like an hour straight in the middle of what I was doing. In the middle of like playing Madden, right? It was so funny because Kaylee slept through the entire night. She didn't find out about this till the next morning.
Damn.
And she was like, yeah. So she imagine
crazy.
how she was feeling. Like, did you see what the fuck Will Smith did? She was like, I was sleeping during. I was like, yeah, you just went to sleep.
I would have been mad. I would have been mad you to wake me up.
She was like, damn.
She's like, why didn't you wake me up?
I would never wake her up for that. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was
She's knocked on the couch. I'm not about to wake her up for that.
Kaylee, yo,
You know what I'm
yo, Will
saying?
Smith
Yo,
just
Will
smacked
Smith
Chris Rock.
She about to be like, yo.
She would have woke up and be like, no way.
No, she wouldn't have, bro. She'd have been like, what the
She'd
fuck
have
are you
been mad.
talking about? She'd have been dumb confused, and then that shit wouldn't have been funny to her.
Yeah.
Nah, but I get where you're coming from. I just that was the second argument I heard because people were like, oh, he looks bad, but
I don't mind him. I don't mind him punching him or fighting him. That I'm all for, and I agree with that. But doing it right there in that moment on live TV,
Would
At
Chris
the
Rock have been
Oscars.
would Chris Rock have been in the wrong if he retaliated?
yes and no.
no.
Why
No.
Yes? Why yes?
So it's like no, he's not wrong for retaliating, obviously, but I'm only saying yes because he's caused this upon himself. Like it's like one of those things where it's like I want to feel bad for Chris Rock because at the same time I do. He's a black man and he got embarrassed, right? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like taking color and just me looking at it objectively, it's like it sucks because it's like, I mean, you brought that upon yourself. I can't feel bad for you. It's like you said something
I don't feel
a
bad
couple
for
years
him
ago.
either.
You said something again this year,
You don't feel bad for Chris Rock?
and then now it's like
No.
if you retaliate, now
I
you
mean,
look like
I
an
do. I
asshole.
do feel bad for him because of how it happened.
Yeah.
But I mean, if Will Smith would have knocked him out afterwards, I wouldn't have felt bad for him.
You said
know what
Will
I'm
Smith
saying?
would have knocked him out?
Afterwards, like if he done this like afterwards, like backstage or something.
All right, so when did we get into a space where you get physical with like comedians because of the jokes that they make?
That's what I'm saying, and that's also part of the problem here.
That's what I was
Because
getting
I
at.
mean, people have been saying offensive jokes to people for a long time that always like aren't like. Some people laugh, some people don't. You know what I'm saying?
I think the rule is if it's if it's actually funny, if it's like actually
most of them
funny.
aren't funny when it's like that because
But
like
the crowd was laughing though. Like, so if it's
It was
like,
no, they went dead silent when he told that joke.
did it?
Yes.
I mean,
Like I watched the whole
people were
thing.
laughing.
people were laughing.
It was like a little bit of chuckles. It wasn't like the joke he said before about his. I don't know who the guy was. The guy and his wife said, "Oh yeah, y'all nominated the same. I'm praying that Will wins." When he said that, everybody laughed because it's like it kind of makes sense because you know the typical conversation of like, "Oh yeah, men, wife compete against each other, whatever." But then now it's like you bring up Will and then you kind of like, "Hey Jada, by the way, like." Come on now, like
he tried to keep it going. He probably. I mean,
That-
I don't know. Comedians have been saying shit like this for a long time.
but they have. But what I'm saying is,
For a long time, bro.
but what I'm saying is, if the joke is actually funny, it doesn't matter. I'm not even talking about Will and Jada. If the joke is funny and everybody laughs, you can get away with it. But if it's not funny, period, and you say something offensive, it just make you look like an asshole.
I mean, even all the hosts, like all the jokes aren't hilarious, right? They say a lot of slick shit. about people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So like everyone doesn't always laugh. Like some of those jokes be fucking ass and they be mad. Like they could be taken as mad offensive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's always just been how comedy is, especially at these big award shows. Drake was doing that at the fucking ESPYs. You know what I'm saying? So like it really like to me, I'm like, all right, well like niggas used to be saying whatever they want to say. And could like get away with it because that was just understood that's how it is. Now it's like everything's totally different.
But my thing is with that.
That's never happened before at an award show.
No, you're right.
Never.
But my thing is that once again, it goes back to who the person is and how everything fits with you. Like when Drake did his shit at the EPSYs, every joke that he kind of told, it fit Drake because it was like, all right, cool. There's a difference between making jokes like a Kevin Hart makes his little, you know what I mean? Like he does the little whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like there's a difference when you do those types of things because they fit you and they fit your brand. It's another thing when you trying to slight somebody just to slight somebody.
But that fits Chris Rock's brand though, as far as comedy goes.
It fits, but in the context of how the video went and when you watch the joke from start to finish to when he got slapped, it was uncalled for.
I'm not agreeing that it was uncalled for. I think a lot of shit people say is uncalled for.
But I'm saying, especially,
you know I think we might have heard worse before.
Not even that. It's just in the instance when you go back and watch it and how he stopped and how everybody reacted, you were like, all right, cool. Like you ain't need to do that.
Well, he only stopped because Will Smith started walking up stage towards him.
He didn't
But-
protect himself though.
But what I'm saying,
He didn't think he was about to get punched in the face.
But what I'm saying is that
he
you could
think he was
kind
about
of.
to get slapped.
But
He
you're
was
right.
laughing.
You're right.
If
But-
he really thought something was gonna happen, he would have put his hands up or started to back up or something. Like he stood there with his hands behind his back.
But the thing is, he said that joke.
And he just took the slap.
No, not even a slap. But he said the joke. Everybody kind of looked at him and he was like, "What?" It was funny, and that's when you kind of knew like the shit wasn't funny.
Yeah, but I feel like the shit with Will Smith happened like instantly.
But yeah, because it kind of looked like that because
Like-
he stopped. He was like, "Hey, that was funny," and then nobody said nothing, and then he was like, "All right," and he said, "Well," and then the shit happened, and then Will came up stage. You get what I'm saying? It's like I feel like he waited for everybody's reaction before he went to go and do that.
I don't know.
He wanted to make sure that it wasn't funny.
Like he wanted
I
to
don't
make sure
know.
that the crowd was reacting and they
I
was
don't
laughing
know.
first.
I think that shit happened. That shit happened like everything was moving quick. He said the joke. Will walked up on stage,
Yeah.
slapped him, walked back, and then he's like, you know, what the fuck? You can see clearly, like, after Will yelled at him the second time, like, his demeanor changed.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like, all right. He was like,
That's
All right.
facts.
you know what I'm saying? Then he tried to lighten up again, but like, that was the most interesting night in the history of television or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he moved on to presenting the award, but it's like, then he had to hand the nigga the award right after that.
How you think he felt in that moment?
Yo!
Talking about Chris?
Yeah.
He got
He
smacked.
had to
and he got
hand him
handed
the award
Nigga
after that.
sick.
Like,
That's crazy.
you gotta break bread now. Like,
I would be.
you gotta look this man in the eye. Everybody's like,
I
damn,
would have
like,
felt away.
should we keep them separate? Like, and he didn't defend himself, but like, what if he would have swung back at Will Smith? Then these niggas are fighting
Yeah.
in the middle of the Oscars. Like,
That would
come
have been crazy.
on,
They started
dog.
rumbling. They started rumbling. That would have been crazy.
Now,
That
Will
would've been
Smith
crazy.
probably mixed Chris Rock 100%.
He said he'd mix them.
He not
With
built
the-
for that.
with
I don't know
ease.
if Chris is built for Will. You know,
Ali
especially
gonna come out.
Especially,
Ali gonna come out.
especially with Will, I Am Legend, all that,
I Am Legend,
Bad Boys, all
I
that
Robot,
shit.
yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? He probably would have knocked him out cold. Like, imagine if that would have happened.
He would've
there,
did him
bro.
dirty.
Show would have been over.
Yeah.
Then it comes out after they asked him to leave, and he was like, "No." Then you see like Denzel and Tyler Perry like talking to him like in the middle. Like, this nigga's wiping tears from his eyes. Like,
Yeah.
then like his speech afterwards, he's crying. Like, it was just a fucked up situation.
So do you think he's going through something?
Yeah.
What do y'all think he's going through?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know
just
what he's
think
going through.
based off of like all the stuff that's happened from like the stuff with Jada, the whole like Red Table Talk stuff, potentially
All that is building
all-
up.
the
And
charges-
it exploded.
I
It
mean,
exploded.
I don't know. It's just based on the speech he gave after he got the award. I mean, that's what it seemed like. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, Will's definitely going through something. 'Cause I think this is the first time in like 30 years where he's actually like in the public eye and he looks away. That's very questionable to his image.
Yeah.
And I feel like because of that, like he kind of has to now overreact in such a way. Like obviously the Jada stuff definitely affects him because let's be honest, like that would affect any guy, especially going through what he's going through. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that he definitely going through something. I think one of the most scariest things to me is he went from okay to angry to extremely relaxed, then angry again. The next thing you know, we see 5-10 minutes later that he's crying. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, he goes up on stage, and then the end of the night, you see him just partying, acting like whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like it comes off.
What do you think that is?
It's him being very avoidant of his emotions and how he's feeling. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I saw out of this, because that's why I said I have mixed feelings about it, because it's like you have a black man who's clearly being what would be appeared to be a stereotypical black man who's not really good at expressing his emotions. People have already tried to use the violence, troop, whatever it is, you know, and it's like he's going through something that is really not 100% his fault, you know what I mean? And I just think that it kind of sucks because they're labeling him that, but, you know, we was all talking about we got to make sure we take care of people. We don't know what they're going through, but it's like Will's going through something, and the money's not hitting it for him.
You talking about like the money's not like satisfying him?
Yeah, because he said that. He said that in his book. I saw an excerpt from his book, and it was like, yeah, there was a time where he just felt like an emptiness inside of him, and he was like, you know what, that's just because I didn't have another Grammy, or I didn't make another hit movie, or X, Y, and Z. And I feel like that's scary, you feel me? Because it's like now you kind of get into a idea of like, okay, he's one of the type of guys that tries to fill a void with something, you know what I mean, that he doesn't have. That's scary, especially for black men.
I mean, I don't think you can go through something like this and not try and get help, because, you know, clearly it was fucked up, and like, you know, you can't just act like nothing happened, that like the whole world is talking about it. You know, it's like an embarrassing situation. So you can't just try and brush it off or not deal with it. Like,
that's a fact.
You gotta acknowledge this shit, and like you need to go talk to somebody about your emotions and get it, you know, all off your chest. Then you need to go on and do that, especially after something like this. Like the whole fucking country was talking about it.
Yeah, the whole world.
And like still is. Like it's days later.
That's worldwide.
And this shit is still like going on.
But it's not even just about this, about his whole life.
Like this, they're gonna suspend him from the academy.
They're not suspended from the academy.
Yada yada. I mean,
do you think they will?
Bro, Harvey Weinstein has won how many Grammys, and he has not has any of his revoked. If Will gets suspended from the Grammys, or he loses his Oscars and he loses his Oscar, whatever, like that's gonna look bad, because now you're gonna have a different conversation of, okay, so why does Harvey Weinstein still have all his Oscars? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do all these people?
I mean, I don't think they should either. I mean,
no, they shouldn't.
I don't think they should.
I mean, let him not come for a year or whatever the case may be, or something. If you really want to do something, you know, but don't take his shit away from him.
I think something might happen though.
What you think will happen?
Like some type of like nothing crazy, like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
suspension or something
for
like that.
1 year,
yeah,
or whatever the case may be, and let it, you know, try and just let it go at this point.
I don't think he's gonna have to get back his award though.
But Chris Rock got to deal with this now too.
But his ticket sales went up, so he eating good. They said them joints spike, because he probably gonna have he probably writing up a whole new script.
Yep. Yeah, you gonna talk about it.
So my thing is, what was I about to ask you? All right, so let's have another little deep conversation. So, because we talked about this before, but another thing that I saw on it was they were saying, oh, don't be upset. Well, no, I thought this was a situation where a black woman would have wanted a black man to protect a black woman. Or isn't this an example of like a black man trying to protect a black woman?
I mean, plenty of women feel fine with what he did.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people.
I think it's like split right down the middle when it comes to this.
Yeah, I think some people were like, okay, Will made this conversation about him. He did this and this, that. And it's like, okay, so now it's like people were saying, okay, so it's protect black women, but y'all want to police on how we protect y'all. You know what I mean? And I think that's a conversation that's actually really interesting, because it's like, why is it that when it comes to conversations like, say, protect black women or protect black men, we're always upset with how we define the protection, if what I'm saying makes sense? Like,
explain that a little more.
So let's say the typical, okay, black men don't protect black women, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring up this conversation again. Something happens to a lady. Let's say she gets hit, guy disrespects her, and now the woman doesn't want to. Actually, no. The situation happens, right? She tells whatever guy goes and fights. Something happens. He goes to jail. But now the woman that got hurt is upset that you did this. Why should she be upset if the conversation has always been protect black women? If what I'm saying makes sense.
It doesn't. Not really, but I honestly don't understand what you like the way you explained it.
What I'm trying to say is that, okay, so if something happens to somebody and somebody,
you saying they're getting mad at the way you protected them?
Yes.
Why is that an issue?
Yes.
Maybe they didn't want you to go out of your way to do so. I don't know.
But my thing is that if you want if you want someone to protect you, why still be upset? You know what I'm saying? It's like even if you may not have wanted them to protect you in that way, do you think that they should be upset that they still got protected?
Nah, because at the end of the day, they helped you in the situation, I guess.
True.
I mean, that's the only way I look at it. But
I mean, I think it's been, again, split pretty down the middle. With people are fine with it. I mean, people are like aren't fine with it. You know what I mean? So
true. So do you think Jada has a role in this? Like, do you think that she probably said something about Tupac's will? That's why he did that.
no.
I mean, she really like
This man said Tupac.
from the moment he said the joke, she clearly like didn't like it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, it was very clear.
Do you think that's why his
That's probably why Will.
Do you think that triggered him?
Probably.
Yeah, he was probably thinking like, "Yo, Tupac, what would Tupac do?" Probably would have smacked this nigga.
He definitely wasn't thinking that.
He has to. He has to with Willow.
He might have been thinking like, I gotta prove. Maybe he was thinking in his head like he had to prove he's some sort of alpha male or something like that.
Yeah, he do.
You know
He,
like on that
everything,
stage
with everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, he just had a moment where
because
his judgment was off.
Yeah, because in the media, like, and everything on socials, the way they was like downplaying who he was, his manhood.
Maybe he wanted to
things of
feel
that
like
nature.
he's some sort of alpha. Like, I don't know.
Do you think that helped his cause?
No.
Yeah.
You said no. Why not? How did it not help his cause?
Because your judgment was off.
How is it off?
Because why would you do that in the middle of the fucking Oscars?
But like Toby just said, now I get what he's saying is that how can you get mad at somebody for protecting you for the way they want to protect you?
I mean, I'm not saying how he did it was wrong. I'm just
I
saying
get it
for
now.
him. I get what you're saying. I'm fine with it. But I just think in that moment, his judgment was off.
So if the cameras, let's say the cameras were off, they went to commercial break and they were still doing that stuff, and he punched him, would that still be wrong because it's not recorded?
That I might be okay with.
Why?
I
He
feel.
still punched him.
He still punched him at the Oscars.
I'm not upset with him punching him at all. Just not on live TV.
But I'm saying, what difference does it make?
Because he still did it.
He still did it, but I'm saying it just looks bad because like it was in a moment where like millions of people are watching this. Millions of people aren't watching it if you do that shit backstage.
So you're saying the optics are bad?
Yeah, I'm saying your judgment was off in that
Okay.
moment to do it live during the Oscars.
Okay.
I understand you're upset and pissed off. If you want to step to him, I would do it in the back because I can come see you. You know what I'm saying? I can come see you for real. Then I can really like.
You
punch
can really
on
get
you.
right one time?
Yeah, like then I can really get right on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel it.
Nah, I feel
I'm not upset with what he did.
You just saying time and place.
Time and place, your judgment was
this is
bad.
Jada's fault, bro.
But let me ask you this: if you're in Will's position and you're in Will's like circle, how would you help him or tell him to get help if it's something that he's needed?
You gotta talk to him about it. I'm pretty sure they talked about it.
Yeah.
He just not going like because I've kind of like not studied this, but like kind of like looked about Will Smith and read some things about him since he's been more vulnerable about his life. The more I realized he was never going to get therapy in the first place. Will Smith has always said that he wants to be that typical good Christian guy that's this. And so when you mix that with him being a black man who's in his 50s, 60s, that man was never going to therapy. Like, so
I mean, look,
in his position, if I would talk to him, I would tell him to go, but he's not going.
You say he's not going?
He's not going.
like I said, you can't go through something like this and not get some sort of help because there's no way you could just deal with like the weight of the world talking about you and just keep acting like nothing happened. So like you got to go to some sort of therapy to help you cope with the shit, to help you move past it. So that's what I would suggest as a friend. Because you could be the most famous person in the world, but you're still human and you still have feelings.
Yeah. How do you think it feels like to be a person of that stature and like have
I
all
would
them
be
eyes on
embarrassed.
you like all the time?
Me personally, I
Slowly,
would be
my nigga.
embarrassed at this situation.
No, I'm just saying like not even at this situation. I'm saying like in general, like every day you have millions of people watching everything that you do.
That's why I'm saying that's why you have to talk to somebody about it because that could be so stressful. I can't imagine living that lifestyle where like you can't just you're not a regular person. You can't do shit that regular people do. Like, you know what I mean? You got hundreds of millions of people watching your Instagram videos every day and shit like that. People watching your Red Table Talk, millions of views.
So that's what I'm saying. Like when you said earlier, Moose, I think you said like he was worried about like not having a hit movie, things of that nature. But I feel like he was always still like been in the public eye. Like didn't he have that one show he's doing all like the bucket list stuff, like jumping out of like
he has like a couple shows like with like National Geographic about like the universe and shit like that. So he's always been relevant and like he's like one of our OG like legends like from our generation. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we kind of we were like young when he like became like super popular in the early 90s, and then like we like watched his growth and like his involvement through like his whole career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that
So I'm sad to say he's always been relevant to us.
he has, but he's always been in the spotlight, and he kind of forced himself in it because it's like someone like Jay-Z. Jay-Z's never in the spotlight. Jay-Z made an Instagram and like Crown accessed it like probably within the past 3-4 years, and he's still not even on it. You know what I'm saying? Someone like Will Smith came into the internet at age like 50, 60 doing all types of crazy stuff on there. Not saying it was bad, but it gave off, when you look back at it and look at everything now, it gave off very much like, I'm still trying to look for validation that everybody loves me stuff and everybody keeps that attention on me.
I don't know if I agree with that, because him and Jay-Z are totally different dudes. Like Will Smith has always been an outgoing dude like that to be doing all the shit that he does. Jay-Z would never do no shit like that.
Yeah, no, but
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I guess what I'm trying
Jay-Z's
to
two different personalities.
Jay-Z's not climbing up bridges and doing the dance to the one Drake song. Remember the shiggy that everybody was doing?
Yeah.
Remember Will Smith climbed the bridge?
That's what I'm saying. He was doing all that content.
Jay-Z's not doing
and
no shit like
content.
that.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like
he's a creator like that. Like he's like an actor. Like
I guess
he's been a musician in his career. Like he's that type of person.
Yeah, no, I guess what I'm trying to say about it is that like he's always been in the spotlight, but he's the one who's seeking the spotlight. Like you didn't have to come on Instagram and give us like Cinemax on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but a lot of old heads do that. There's a lot of content out there like that.
Yeah, but I'm saying for someone like Will Smith's stature, like you came in wanting to take the attention from the internet. Like originally, obviously after a while, like he kind of changed, but like he came in looking for the attention almost in a way. Of what I'm saying makes sense.
Like he just every industry that's popping, he tries to put his foot in.
Yeah, and it was like you already have your own film company. You can go into music anytime you wanted to. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you didn't need that attention. I don't know, man. You just got married the right person.
This nigga blaming it all on Jada, bro. It's all Jada's fault to this man.
I'm weak. He ends all that and says that's why you gotta marry the right person. This man bullshit.
Yo, this man blames Jada for all that, bro. She didn't make him go up there and smack Chris Rock.
She didn't force him to go up there and commit.
Bro,
that action.
you can't blame other people for your fucking actions.
That's
bro.
a fact.
Bro,
That's a fact.
no, that's
Yo,
not. That's not what I'm saying.
I can't fucking blame Mills for me going over there and fucking knocking the camera over and Gronk spiking that shit.
But it's different because I guess it's different from dating. Because it's like
it's not different from dating, bro.
What makes it different?
Because my thing is that in a friendship, like
that kind of makes it even worse. No, like you're supposed to be like my ride or die, like my like.
So she has stopped him.
Yeah, but she was never going to stop him. But I guess what I'm trying to say is
nobody
knew
he was going to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say
she
is
probably didn't even know he was going to do that.
Probably not. Don't explain it that.
Well, how you can't just blame her, bro.
But no, what I'm trying to say is
somebody else for your actions.
But what I'm trying to say is because I'm going to put it in dating. So talking about Will and Jada, it's like nobody's ever responsible for an action that you commit, right? But you are definitely responsible for helping create an environment in which insecurities would not rise up for them to do an action that would be detrimental to your relationship.
So that's my fault. No matter. So that's my fault.
That's a good point.
That's why I said
that's my fault. It's my fault that you decided to walk up on stage and punch a nigga in the face.
Nah,
that's not what he's trying. That's not what I'm trying to say.
That is what you're saying. No, you're trying to make sense of that.
No,
he's saying the environment caused him. The environment that he's
bro, I understand the environment. Obviously, their relationship isn't perfect. Okay, but you guys are at an awards show. Yeah. Fucking act accordingly. Stop playing with me.
Maybe he was unhinged.
That's what I'm saying. You have a moment, but you can't blame me for that.
I'm not saying here blaming her to go up there and smack, but I'm saying you can't sit here and she can't be surprised. Okay, what I'm trying to say is she can't be surprised right now if they were on the street eating dinner. Someone said, "Yo, let me bang your wife," and he snaps on her.
Okay, but here's the thing.
He snaps on her
so their relationship definitely plays a part into why he did what he did. The stress and anxiety, I'm sure that's probably caused on him because of that. But
that's what I'm saying.
She cannot be the sole reason that this man went up there and slapped him in the face.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying
she
that's
can't. It ain't like, oh, just marry the right person and like, nah. Like it doesn't matter. Me and Kelly about to get married. We could be mad as fuck at each other and like not be getting along. But if I punch somebody at work, I can't say, oh yeah, that's my wife's fault because we fighting at home. They'll be like, we don't give a fuck.
I mean, in a sense, you could that could be a cause and. I'm saying that could be a cause of the effect that happened.
It's a cause, but you still have to have control over your fucking actions. You do have to have control.
I agree with that. You do have to have control over your actions.
You're right. I guess what I'm trying to say is
he had no self-control. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that at that point
he had no self-control, and you can't just say, "Oh, that's because Jada."
No, obviously I was joking, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that like you got to understand that when it comes to relationships, it's like saying if you in a toxic household, right? If you and Kaylee had a completely 100% toxic relationship, right? And you're so used to probably screaming at Kaylee when you guys get into little arguments that you may just take it out at work one day, not because you're doing it on purpose, because it's a natural reaction.
I get that. I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you kind of have to understand.
And that makes perfect sense. I mean, clearly shit ain't right. The nigga fucking.
But what I'm saying is,
nigga on live TV.
Obviously, Chris Rock was the icing on the cake. But
icing on the cake, like that's rock bottom.
I think that if it was Kevin Hart that said it, he probably wouldn't have smacked him.
You don't think so?
No, because Chris Rock. When has Kevin Hart ever talked about his wife?
So you think there's an internal?
That's what I'm saying.
You think it's Austin from the joint back 5 years ago?
Has to be. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I feel you, and I could really not like you, but just me personally, I'm not about to go up on stage and do that. You can say something offensive and it's fucked up, yeah, but I'm going to control myself in that moment because I understand the situation and read the room, as they say. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? After the fact, and like as soon as you walk off stage, I might even follow. Like I'm going to meet you back there. You know what I'm saying? I was going to say I might just follow you back there, but that would. Like, you know, cameras are still rolling and shit at that point in time. So I would have still handled it. Yeah. Just not then and there.
True.
It's rock bottom for Will Smith. Yeah. Hopefully this is a turning point for him. It can't get much worse.
True. Quick topic that I saw related to this. I saw on Twitter this guy was like, guys often don't ever get taught how to find a good woman. I just wanted to know if y'all think that's true, since we on the topic of Jada and Will.
Don't ever get taught how to find the right woman?
How to get taught.
Do we, like, as a guy, like, what do you define as a good woman?
I feel like growing up, our parents tried to instill good qualities in us and also look for those qualities in someone to be with.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
is that what you mean? Like,
no, as in, like, generically, if you were to talk to your little cousin, you're like, what would you define as a good woman? Okay, let me start it like this.
So are you looking for character traits?
No, actually no. Let me start it like this. If you're talking to your cousin, your younger cousin that's a lady, what would you tell them as a good man? Off the top of your head right now.
For like, what would we tell our cousin it was a good man?
Yeah. If she was trying to find a man,
someone that
so you're asking for like character traits,
take care of you, protects you,
like hardworking,
yeah,
provider,
honest, that type of thing.
Okay, so
discipline.
Think about that for a woman. What do you tell?
Oh, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you.
Someone who's loving, someone who's supportive, someone who's driven, someone who is hardworking as well. You feel me? Take care of their business. You know what I'm saying? Like
someone
that
matches your energy, matches your morals, matches your goals.
I feel like we're being too vague.
You just said generalize.
But I'm saying that in a sense of like, I mean, generally when I guess what I'm trying to say is that
you want somebody that understands you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would tell somebody to look for. Be with somebody that understands you.
I mean, so what would you define then? If you were defining, since you're saying
for me, what would I find as a good woman?
Yeah, what would you define as a good woman?
For me, I would find somebody that's teachable, someone that's also very flexible and malleable, someone who has an open mind, and someone who's willing to have conversation.
I think those are all character traits that we were just like, if we were sitting here and write them down, we would probably go over all of that eventually.
What do you mean by teachable?
It's like, for example, it's like the common conversation of like love languages. It's like a lot of times, for example, like some people try to love other people in their love language. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or what would make you happy? Like the typical conversation of the woman that says, "I have a career, I'm pretty smart. Why doesn't any guy want me?" When all that nigga wants is a hug. You know
I completely agree with what he's saying.
I agree with that.
Being teachable, being able to learn like somebody else's interests.
Yeah.
And like I think that's kind of what you're saying, right?
Okay, I get what you mean.
Prime example.
Yeah.
Refereeing. Me and Kaylee. She doesn't know what the fuck I be saying, but she be trying to understand what the fuck I be saying. You know what I'm saying? Because she's like, she be like, it sounds like fucking like gibberish, what I be saying to her. But she tries to understand it, and she does understand most of it when I break it down for her. And the same with her hobbies. You gotta be able to like learn someone else's hobbies and likes to be able to learn them. I think that's what he means by teachable.
Yeah, I think what I took from that, based on kind of your explanation, is like in a relationship you have to be willing to learn from each other And like when someone is trying to tell you, oh, this is if you're like doing something wrong and they're telling you like, I don't like the way you do something, you have to be able to understand why they don't like that and be able to make a change.
Right.
I feel that's what I got from that.
Or like understand why they say like why something bothers them.
Exactly.
This bothers me and why.
So it's like
being able to understand that and be able to learn that and also be willing to listen to and understand that. That's another huge part of that as well.
Yeah, not just being able to understand, but also make the change.
And like you said, you can't be closed-minded, right? Because especially when you become married, like it's not just you anymore. Like we are one conjoined unit now. You know what I'm saying? So there are no more, me or you. You have to be able to understand the other person's opinions. And most of the times, I feel like when you get to know somebody to a certain point in your relationship, you're going to know how they're going to already react to certain shit.
No,
anyway.
for sure.
Even in your own everyday friendships, you know how somebody's going to react to a certain thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what you mean by that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I was just saying that because I thought it was interesting because some guy was also we don't have to talk about this. We can talk about it another time, but. What he said was a lot of times that men are not taught what specifically is a good woman, and a lot of times they're kind of just told like a lot of men are just lucky to have a woman, and every woman is a good woman. And I just think it's interesting because that's not always the case, and I just thought it was a good, interesting topic to kind of come back off.
I think that ties into people's judgment, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be smart about who you bring into your family, who you bring around your people. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Is that something you look at when like when you're looking for, like you said, looking for the right woman to grow with, build a family with? Is like, do you look at their families? Do you look at their surroundings, things of that nature? Like
you have to.
Like I'll say I don't want to bring her up, but like part of the reason why like I had issues kind of like breaking up with my ex was particularly because of her family. Like I love her family, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you're not dating that family no more. Like you're dating that person, and that's the number one thing you have to like. You kind of have to figure out, like, like you want to have someone with a good family, but what's the point of them having a good family if they still treat you like garbage? You know what I'm saying?
That could definitely be a deal breaker.
But family is important though.
Deal breaker, like if you don't get along with the family. For
a lot of people, yeah, it is. A lot of people just deal with it.
I don't know. I think that would be. I mean, that might be. I think that might be high on my list.
That's because you have to think about like when you have grandkids, like somebody you want your grandkids to be around, like all that kind of stuff goes into it.
That's why.
And you got to think about it like you're going to be dealing with this person's family for the rest of your life.
That's why I will never marry a white woman.
What? This man moves.
I'm being honest. You never know. Their family could be Klansmen. I have someone who's close to
that.
What?
Yeah, it could be Klansmen.
Yo, this man just draws.
But I'm lying.
Talking about,
but I'm lying. But did I lie?
What is it? What?
Did I lie?
Bro, I would hope you would know that before you get.
But that's my point. That's my point.
Well, you say you won't even give it a chance because of that one factor?
Yes, absolutely.
So that's an end all be all.
If I would never date. I mean, even if the woman didn't have no racist past, white supremacist, I'm not dating a white woman. That's besides the point. But my point is that you never know. And for me, I cannot be with a white woman because next thing you know, they talking about we got to go to a meeting and they got some white hoods in their trunk. I want no parts.
This man,
bro, you want some get out type shit right now, bro? I don't know what the fuck.
That's fine, bro. That is fine. No, a prime example. I'll say this, and we can go stronger today. Prime example. My boy. My boy.
This nigga just drawed, bro.
I didn't draw.
How are we supposed to move on from that? This nigga just.
I didn't draw.
Way left.
I did.
I thought you was going to come with some shit like, because I did it. Because like I don't want to have mixed children, mixed cultures. This man said because fucking she could have Klansmen in her family.
Hell, she could. That's not scary to you, nigga.
She could set me up one night to go to her. She said, "Go."
This isn't scary to you, nigga.
I'm like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's not scary to you. Wait, that's not scary to you?
Bruh,
you wake up one day and you see her criticize? Hell no, nah. I'm good.
Bruh, I don't know. That's just very far-fetched, I feel, my boy.
This man is...
Bro, that's very far-fetched, my boy.
All you hear is criticize in your backyard. Not me,
we grew up around a ton of white people. There's a ton of people that dated white girls. I don't know if any of them had clan family members, bro.
No, I heard from
who from fucking Swedesboro, Mickleton told you that somebody in their family's in a fucking clan?
No, not the clan, but I heard that someone's parents. We're cool with him. His older brother was dating somebody. Her dad specifically said, "I don't want you dating black men," or specifically, "I don't want you dating niggers."
There's plenty of them out there, bro. That's like nothing new.
Yeah, that's not nothing new.
Yeah, nigga, that's what I'm saying. That's only surface level. Never mind. Let's go song of the day.
Yo, this shit goes. How can we move on from that? You're funny. Yeah, we're gonna jump into the Faces of the Future song of the day, presented by MBT. The Faces of the Future song of the day comes from a rising pop star by the name of Raleigh. He just dropped his third single, titled "Thinking About It." Once again, this is Raleigh, "Thinking About It." It was Raleigh, "Thinking About It," streaming on all platforms.
This song's fire.
Facts. So, Shan, what you got for us today?
Yeah, some this or that. Let's see which one y'all want to go with. All right. I'm gonna ask y'all the questions, and I want y'all to give me an answer, and I want you to also tell me why. Then I got one crazy one. The last one's gonna be an interesting one. All right. So you can only get mentored by one of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obama, Elon Musk, or Jeff Bezos.
Obama.
Get mentored?
Yeah.
Obama.
It just depends on my motives, I guess. If I'm trying to,
You gotta pick one and why.
I'm trying to think. Why'd you say Obama?
Because you're not gonna get anything from Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk that Obama won't tell you.
In terms of making that bread, you will.
But that's the thing, though. Like, my thing is, is that Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos were essentially needles in a haystack, obviously. And they also did some questionable business practices to get where they're at. Elon Musk is still currently being sued.
That's business, though.
But that's what I'm saying, though. But to make that money, it's like they're gonna give you the very stereotypical, work hard, do this, and this. They're not gonna give you the specifics of what Miles would do for what he's doing compared to what he did for the EV market, because they're both disruptors. So when it comes to being a disruptor, you're not gonna be able to teach anybody how to disrupt the market. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they struck lightning in a bottle. Like, those companies are lightning in a bottle.
But they can still help. Like, if you are an aspiring entrepreneur and you have a company, they can still help you figure out some ways to make your company even better.
Teach you how to scale.
Those are they can. I mean, look at like
teach you how to
we were
operate.
saying last episode. Look at Amazon's model, the richest man on the planet. His work environments, like, you hear horror stories about them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, he could teach you some shit, I'm sure.
For sure.
But I mean, I picked Obama because Obama is essentially just going to teach you how to be, how to provide value in yourself, because obviously he's the first black president. So, I mean, when he talks about things, his whole thing is going to be about value and how you carry yourself, which I think are very much more important than, like, how to scale and get that, because you're going to learn that in your own market. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying because he's the first black president, that's what he's...
His conversation is going to be different. He's going to teach you how to value yourself and value what you have, because he works in politics. He's going to teach you how to advocate, do that stuff, versus Jeff Bezos and all those other people who may just tell you, yeah, some of these things you don't really have to give a shit about because you just have to do this and do that. But it's like, you're in a different market and you're going to need different skills. Like I said, disruptors who create a new market will have definitely 100% different business tactics than for somebody who's coming into a market and trying to grow. For what I'm saying makes sense.
Mills?
If I'm thinking business, I'll probably take, like, Bezos. Just to, like, scale, operate, that type of thing. But if I was trying to navigate into maybe, like, the avenue, like a leadership role.
You got a year with one person. You have to choose one right now. Who would you choose?
Well, if I'm trying to operate, I just told you.
Right now,
I just told you.
at your point in your life, who you would choose?
Obama.
I'm not asking you if you was in this mindset or that mindset.
I just told you.
Okay.
The first person I said it. I said,
Okay.
I'm trying
Bezos right now.
Right now, if I'm trying to scale my business, yo, how do I scale up a business? You saying this moment in time?
Right now, you had to pick
how
one
I'm trying
person.
to scale. Yo, teach me how to scale this joint real quick so I can.
And yours is Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm not included in this.
Answer. How are you not included in it?
I would probably go with Jeff Bezos too, to figure out how to maximize, become wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, obviously all the stuff Obama could teach me too is important. So Elon Musk, but when I get to where I'm getting, I'll have that conversation with Obama then.
True. Say what you're saying.
He said, I'm trying to catch a dollar real quick.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so the hills in California or the city of New York, which one would you rather live in right now?
New York.
You said the hills or
New York.
Hills in Cali, by the beach in Cali,
New York.
or New York.
New York. What was you talking about?
Fashion hubs, music hubs. Which one would y'all? You know, you got to pick up and move to one of the cities right now.
Let's go to the West Coast.
New York.
Why West Coast for you?
Just to change the scenery, change the pace. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of what the Northeast has to offer.
Right.
You feel me? Just like I've never like lived all the way out west. You know what I'm saying? I've lived in Colorado, things of that nature, but just living out there and seeing like what lifestyle is on a daily basis would kind of be interesting. You feel me? I think it would change my mindset differently, spark different like creative parts of my mind, things of that nature. You feel me? Because you're in a new space. You have new reference points to pull from, things of that nature.
Most?
You gotta go to New York.
Why you say that?
A couple different factors. One, everybody moving out of LA.
Why are you talking with an accent?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna go to New York. Like, why are you talking?
You gotta say New York with the New York accent. You feel me?
Ew. Yuck. Don't do that.
What was you talking about? Come on, stop playing. You know, I got to get the chop.
No, ew. That sounds horrible.
Anyways,
that sounds horrible.
You got to choose New York, for real. I like it because it's gritty. You know what I mean? Like to get down to the,
anyways,
into the gritty. You feel me?
What about you?
Get your Mickleton ass out of here,
Stop
South Jersey
playing,
boy.
Stop playing,
What
bro.
about you?
Shit. I agree with you. I'd have been. I told you I need to live in Florida. I need to live in Cal. I need to live by the beach. That's where my heart is. My heart is by the beach.
It's a fact.
On the ocean, in the sand, in the water. That's where my heart is. Palm trees and sunshine is what I need in my life.
Palm trees and sunshine sounds like good vibes to me.
Sunshine.
What's the next one you got?
All right.
The last one? How many more?
No, I got a couple more.
Bet.
So, a Game 7 in Yankee Stadium or a Game 7 in Madison Square Garden.
You talking about like attending?
Yes. Or playing in and attending.
What?
Playing in?
I'm playing in Madison Square Game 7. Period.
Yeah, Madison
Square.
Square. And I watched the Madison Square too.
And what?
All Madison Square, bro. Did you see what happened?
I went there for the first time.
I've been in Madison Square.
Peeped.
I went there for my 16th birthday.
God, bro. Vibes in there are different.
It's just the energy's different in Madison Square.
Energy is crazy. And the way the stadium's built is crazy.
Yeah.
Like it just like seems like it's never ending.
It's an amazing arena.
Like rich people everywhere.
Yeah.
Like celebrities, the whole front row, like real celebrities.
I'm trying to be there.
How did it become so well known? Not in terms of like being like it's just because the Mecca.
Yeah, it's New York. It's the Mecca. It's the hub.
Yeah.
That's the top basketball arena in the world. You think?
100%. Yes. It's the top arena for anything in the world. Like if you sell out Madison Square Garden, you're the shit.
Just because it's in New York City.
Like, it was a big deal when Kevin Hart sold that shit out. Like that nigga started crying. He was like only like Richard Pryor had done that shit before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sold the Garden out. Like
is Kevin Hart better than Richard Pryor?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to test to see what y'all say.
All right. So this is the last one.
Mm-hmm.
You have to choose one or the other.
All right.
You either have to watch your girl smash your best friend, or she has to watch you smash hers.
Say that again?
I saw this on Twitter.
Say this again?
So either you have to watch your girl get smashed by your homie, by Moose, or she has to watch you smash hers.
I'm not watching my shorty get smashed by.
You have to pick one.
I just told you I'm not watching.
Easy answer.
But
why?
Yeah.
But I want to hear why.
I couldn't. I shoot everybody.
So what? Because you said that. But what about her feelings? So
she'll be alright.
I get hers.
She'll be alright. She'll be alright.
She'll be alright.
She'll be alright. She'll be alright.
She be alright, right?
She'll be alright. Sorry. What? No.
He said she be alright. Huh? No question about it.
No, she'll be alright.
He said I gotta shoot everybody. No question about it, huh?
Nah. Yeah, play that. What about you?
Huh?
What about you? He's trying to get him out of there. He's trying to get him out of there.
I don't know, bro.
What?
Yo, I don't think I could. I don't think I could watch, bro. Because if I watch her do it, I don't know if I could ever respect her again, and it wouldn't even be her fault or him.
he said, it wouldn't even be her fault.
Or him. I couldn't. Yo, like Musa, I might have to just kill them both.
Yeah.
I keep saying this, bro.
Like I might have to kill them both, but also like, damn, like she gonna feel the same way about me smashing hers.
Facts.
She won't.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, why? See, this is the conversation people we're having on Twitter.
Would you? I think like what you're saying, kind of like, would you be okay with her hating
But
you?
do you think is it a selfish decision to choose yourself?
It is selfish.
It is selfish.
100% selfish.
Sorry,
it is selfish. That's selfish as anything, without a doubt.
Skippy, I'm selfish.
But what I'm saying is, would you be okay with? Because that's your girlfriend, you love your fiance or whatever, you love your life. Like, would you be okay with her hating you for the rest of your life?
She's not gonna hate you for the rest of your life.
Hell no, I'm not okay with that. But it's a situation.
She's not gonna hate you for the rest of your life, bro.
Things might never be the same. That's one of the
it won't ever be the same. Either way, it'll never be the same. Nothing was the same.
Yo, Moose, you gonna watch me smash your girl, and then we gonna be cool after that? We gonna do the podcast after
that? No.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm saying, she will be all right. She'll get over it.
But he said you would
But
be
she
okay?
shouldn't feel the same way though. Like
She's not going to. She's gonna forgive you, bro.
But why? But what makes you say that?
Why do you say that? Yeah, why do you say that? This is the answer that I'm trying to get. So this is the root of the question.
Because I think,
why does your partner like the thing is like why do I have to be okay with, like, why can't I be pissed off too? Like, what do you mean I'm supposed to? I'll just move past it.
She'll be all right. Like, I think that women, when it comes to these certain things, women find it easier to forgive in these types of situations than men do.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know about that.
I posted on my close friends. Like, you gotta understand, respect in a lot of situations for men is more important than the love and affection. Maybe this is me being sexist.
But I don't know, bro, if I feel that, bro.
I put it like this. I think that as a guy, if you're not respected by your woman or your peers, you're gonna be a completely different situation when you in a space where people respect you. And I think that a lot of times with women, it's easier to help them because they're women that like love and affection. A lot of times, like, put it like this. It sounds bad because this maybe sounds me being
it does sound
whatever.
Bad, bro.
It does, but it is what it is. We're here. But like, my thing is that in some cases there are some women, I'll say a lot of women, who even though the man cheated on her, she'll take them back. And not even just that, as long as the guy is being up her ass, doing a lot of different things, she'll forget it.
Niggas do too, and niggas never get over the fact that their girl cheated on them.
But that's because it's a respect thing.
Forever, you know what I'm saying?
It's a respect thing.
Nothing will ever be the same.
It's both the respect thing, though, both ways.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that men hold respect in so much higher of a regard than women do.
I disagree.
I don't think so.
I disagree.
So you want to know why?
I think a woman.
A lot of women won't even take you talking to them a certain way. Period.
But you want to know why?
100%.
You want to know why?
What I'm saying?
Facts.
So do you think that women respect their friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do they lie to them?
What you mean? You don't like? Do you lie to? Do you tell the truth to everybody you know?
No, that's not what I said. No. That's different. That's different.
How?
That's different from saying
you're because a lie is a lie.
No,
what
I'm saying is the difference between telling the truth to every single person that you know versus your close group of friends. That's what I'm saying. For girls,
do you tell the truth all the time
to my close group of friends?
Every time you always.
So you're not honest with everybody you know.
My close group of friends, yes.
So you don't keep it 100 with anybody you run into, and it could be anybody. You're not gonna keep it 100 with that person.
There's
you gonna lie to them.
But when it comes to situations about me and what I'm dealing with, no, I'm going to be 100 with them because they're gonna give me an honest. I'm not saying lie in terms of saying, hey, is there something in my teeth? No, I'm talking about when you being open and you have a relationship with people. Part of that situation is when you've known these people for a long time, you develop a rapport where you can be honest. What Toby is trying to say is, a lot of times with women, even though they are in close group of friends, they're not always honest with each other.
I think.
I don't know. I think they have friend groups like we do, bro.
I agree.
They be keeping this is 100 with each other as you think men do.
I disagree.
Why though? What makes you say that?
I think that.
So this is just all an assumption.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. I would challenge y'all. I would challenge y'all right now. Well, whenever you talk to her,
I know friends groups that keep it 100 with each other, like me and my friends keep it 100.
But I would be honest. You could text your girl, text your ladies after. have you in your close group of friends? Are you 1,100% honest with all your friends?
But they're gonna say yeah.
Moose. But what I'm saying is, there's probably been times where you didn't want to tell somebody something, one of your close friends something at that time because you weren't ready to tell them. So when they asked you a question, you weren't upfront about it from the rip. That's lying to them. You've done that before. We've all done that before. Because you weren't comfortable in that moment to give away that information or open up about it because it just wasn't that right time. But then you could eventually open up at that moment in time when they asked you a question about it. If you weren't comfortable to answer it with the correct answer, what's really going on, you weren't going to tell them that.
You can't be making assumptions because it's women, bro.
But
that was the whole assumption you based your thought of.
But what I'm saying is, okay, so let's provide an example. Just because it's dating.
He just gave you one.
No, yeah, but I'm gonna provide context to that, right? Let's take dating, right? How many times have you gone to have you seen your friends be in a toxic relationship and they came and tell you that they're done?
And then they go back? I mean, that happens. That's your example?
Yeah, and so my thing is that what I'm trying to say is with the whole concept of respect, if someone keeps telling you back and forth, I'm done, but next thing you know, you see them on your Instagram story, they're on vacation doing whatever, are you gonna respect their word after a while?
But I think we understand how motherfuckers be, especially when they're in the point when they're saying,
but you're not gonna respect them, are you? Respect their word in terms of they're done with that person.
If it's my homie, I understand where he's coming from.
Oh, you're saying you're not going to believe it no more? Like you're like, oh, they always
that's not respecting their word.
You're going to say, oh, they always say they're going to go back.
I mean, I understand.
And I also think that in that particular case of what you're saying, I think that a lot of times women move in that type of context, not specifically that context, but in the context of a lot of times, a lot of ladies are very insecure about themselves. And what I'm saying is that a lot of times when you are honest with them, because I don't think a lot of women, most women who are single, whatever, are not honest with themselves. And because they're not honest with themselves, what ends up happening is that if they're not honest with themselves, they're not going to be honest with their friends. Because
that's your opinion on
so you
on
think
how
that
women act in.
I think that a majority of women in their friends groups are not 100 with each other. Why do you think they all go down to my? But why do you think they all?
Where are you getting these thoughts from? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Prime example. No.
Like, do you know anybody that's told you this?
Yes, one. That's number one. Number two. Number two. How are all these women going down to Miami and they all not coming back as friends?
Shit might go down on vacation, but you learn a lot about your friends on vacation, though, that will make you not want to fuck with them.
But that's my thing, though. You should know that, though.
With somebody for a number, it could take you for a long time to learn that.
You should know that.
Me and you could go on vacation tomorrow. Me and you've never been on a vacation before, and I can see some shit about Toby like, damn, I don't fuck with that shit.
No, I'm really cool.
And that make you look at niggas different, huh?
I said I'm really cool on vacation.
I know. I'm just saying this is how shit happens. Like people that are close like us.
So that's your sense is the vacation, or just you talking about?
I was a joke, but what I'm
I know
trying,
it was a joke.
What I'm trying to say is that a lot of times, like I say this is, guys value respect and guys are respected based on their word and what they do.
We got to have some women on the show that can be able to dispute these claims and give their opinions.
Yeah, I'm ready to talk about it.
Because I can't sit here and say and give anything from a woman's perspective because I'm not a woman. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's a far assumption, and the whole insecurity things, man. There's a lot of niggas out here that's insecure. Bro.
We can talk about that
like
too.
That's what I'm saying. Like
there's a lot of people that's insecure.
Everything you're saying,
a lot of people.
I mean, I could say the same shit about men too.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
But
can't you say that's
the core of what I'm trying to say, since we kind of got off top, like my whole point is about it is that men hold respect in such a high regard. So in that context, I can say like, yeah, people do lie to friends or whatever. But what I'm trying to say is that if a man is going to lie to keep his respect intact, they're going to do that, because once people don't respect you as a guy, it becomes kind of different from when someone doesn't respect you as a woman.
Right, but I think that there are a lot of women that hold respect as one of their big pet peeves, that are big things more than you think, and I honestly think you might just not have found the right person yet.
No, I'm
to show you that.
What I'm trying to say is it's like it's not even about me and finding the right person.
No, I'm just really saying like you haven't. I just don't think you came across anybody that does yet. But I think there are plenty that do.
But my thing is
that won't tolerate any sort of disrespect.
I think respect is the top regard for a lot of women.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is respect as a woman, and respect for a woman as a woman, and respect as a man for a man are two completely different things.
Well, I'll tell you this, right? So back to one of the things you said when you said, how do you tell someone like what qualities to look for, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think a father probably tells his daughter one of the qualities to look for: respectful, and a mother to her daughter or to her son, respectful. Right?
That's fact. That's
a
fair.
big thing. So I think a lot of
That's
people
fair.
hold that a lot because they thinking. I mean, if you can't respect me, you definitely not gonna respect my parents. So like that's like I think that's a bigger deal for a lot of women than you think it is.
But what I'm saying is, in that context, is what I'm trying to say is, you gotta understand. I'm trying to say the respect thing is different in the sense of how they still value women. When you don't respect a man, you don't value him. Women can still be inherently valued by other women that don't respect them. If what I'm trying to say makes sense. I know it sounds weird in the way I'm saying it. Like maybe not. What I'm trying to say is that when we look at respect for men, when it comes to like love, or if a woman is not respecting a man, all stereotypes included, all that, he's not going to function in a relationship as well as, say, a woman who's not being respected, but she's still getting love and affection.
I digress.
So I digress.
I feel like I'm going in circles here, saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Respectfully.
So I digress. We agree to disagree on this one.
Okay, that's fine. I'm cool with
Was
that.
that the last this or that?
Huh?
Were we out of this or that?
We've been out of it.
No,
That
no,
shit-
but that should have felt like it was a continuation. of
Yeah, I
that.
mean, I don't know that we've been done with it. That was the last question.
Okay.
We took a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah,
and
we
stood
did.
that
I don't
off.
even
I got lost in that conversation. I ain't gonna hold you. I got
Yeah.
lost in that joint. But let's jump into the. Can we jump into sports?
Oh, all day.
Yeah.
Can we jump into sports?
What you want to start with? Bruce Arians?
Bruce Arians is getting kicked out of his own team.
You think he got kicked out?
That nigga got kicked out, bro. What sense does it make that Bruce Arians was just all of a sudden retired?
You think
Zero.
Tom made the call? Said, "Look,
He did.
yeah."
He made the call.
He said, he gotta go.
Either Bruce isn't the coach or I want to get traded.
That's why the Miami thing came out, because he wants to go to Miami.
That came out even before season, like before when the season was over.
Brady wants to go to Miami.
He was trying to get him and Sean Payton to go there.
He
was trying to get Brady. Brady was trying to get Sean Payton there and then get himself there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like
The roster is ridiculous on offense.
Imagine if he was on that team now.
with Sean Payton.
Sean Payton, Tyreek Hill.
That's a chip.
Bruh.
He might play another 3 years.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
He really don't got to do much neither.
Nothing. Just dimes. Just sit there and
Pitch
just
and catch. Pitch and catch.
Easy.
That gives me chills.
What do
Just
you-
thinking
what-
about it. Oh my God.
What do you think the Bucks are gonna do though?
Bucks. I mean, the Bucks have a nice team, bro, and they got Russell Gage. I mean, you know, Godwin will be out because of the ACL, but Mike Evans will give guaranteed 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you'll have Gronk back. You'll have Leonard Fournette. You'll have most of your team back. You just brought in a new offensive lineman
I'm worried
to
about
replace Ryan Jensen. I mean, or whoever your Ali Marpet that retired.
I'm worried about their defense.
You know,
Who, the Bucks?
Yeah.
they just signed their
defense
one
is
corner that's
solid.
long term. Levante David, Devin White,
They're coming
Shaq
back, right? Yeah.
Barrett.
Their defense is.
I
legit.
mean, you know, and
last year they was just hurt last year.
They were hurt
That's
last
what I'm
year.
saying. I'm concerned. I was like,
they'll
I
have
don't know.
Todd Bowles coaching them up.
Hey.
The defense will be right.
Yeah, true.
But what the Rams just did.
I don't got, bro. Bro,
That's a pickup.
They really might go back to back.
They might go back to back.
Bro, that changes everything.
They might go back to back.
Now you have an all-pro at all three levels. Aaron Donald. If you get past Aaron Donald, you got to deal with Bobby Wagner. Meanwhile, one side of your field is literally on lockdown.
Didn't they say Aaron Donald might retire? What was that?
That nigga not
coming back.
That
He's
nigga
coming
not
back.
retiring, bro.
Coming back. He's only 30.
I know, but I'm saying it was the talk. Like,
Yeah, he's
he got
coming
his
back.
ring, you feel me?
He's coming back.
But that defense is crazy.
Bruh, all three levels, all pros. First team all pros. First ballot Hall of Famers at
That's
three
actually
positions.
disgusting.
So,
That's actually
so
disgusting.
are they coming out the NFC?
I mean, I think they're the favorite now. Definitely. I think honestly, I really think as long as Tom is in the league, I think the Bucks were still the favorite still to probably come out this year, just because they have him, right?
The last time they played against each other, the last time they played the Rams, like it wasn't.
And they was about to come back on him and win.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Rams won an OT, you know what I'm saying? So, I think the Bucks were still the favorite. I think this gives them the edge because it's just
What are you about
defense
to do
wins
with that, bro?
championships, huh?
Yeah.
What are you about to do with that,
Can't do much with
son?
that.
Like
The
Bobby
defense is
Wagner's
stout.
still in his prime. Like Bobby Wagner is still
different.
12 tackles a game, but influence like he's around the ball
Around
every
the whole
play.
field.
Like he's flying sideline to sideline.
Is he the top? He's the top linebacker in the
He's
NFL?
still the top backer in the league, hands down.
I like Levante David, bro.
As a top guy,
Levante David's probably top 5 for me for sure.
he's top 5.
Yeah, definitely.
But who's the guy?
It is Bobby Wagner. Bro.
Bobby Wagner. Okay. What is he? 8-time first team All Pro.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Shit's unbelievable.
That nigga is different, bro.
This different.
Is different.
Who's your top? Who's like your top linebackers right now
in the league?
Yeah.
Well, Devin White is still in the mix for me too.
Yeah.
Chase Edmonds. Mm-hmm. I have to throw Darius Leonard, Bobby Wagner. How many is that? 5.
Cowboys. What's his name?
Micah Parsons. Definitely. Fred Warner from the 49ers.
Devin White, Levante David, both in mine.
Devin White runs like a 4.3, bro.
Yeah.
He's like the fastest. He's one of the fastest players in the league.
Do they have the best linebacking core?
With that 1-2 punch, yeah, probably. And Shaq Barrett. I mean, like they got the best trio.
Yeah, man.
They got the best trio.
But I don't know, bro. The NFL is giving me like how the NBA vibes were this year.
The parity is insane.
Yeah, like
the parity.
Everybody's switching teams.
Everybody's like getting like better. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, even like Jacksonville had a good off season. The Jets had a good off season. Yeah. Like there are a lot of teams that got a lot better, and there are something that digress, like the Seahawks. I think it's a time before they get Jamal Adams up out of there too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of teams that digressed.
I would trade if I could. I don't even think they would.
Who would you trade?
I would trade. They're not gonna do it, but this is just me being stupid.
DK.
DK.
I wasn't even gonna say DK. Actually, yeah, I'll just keep it.
Why would you trade DK?
I'll keep it at DK for Shannon screams.
So
I mean, I don't know. I would listen to trade offers on anybody.
I was gonna say Baker.
So I'm gonna ask you
for who?
Baker, you're dumb. Yeah, I'm gonna read this list to you. So you remember Last Chance U, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So Coach JB, who coached Independence, he has a podcast that's called the Slapdick Podcast, and he put out his 2022 QB NFL rankings. I'm gonna read your list. I want to see what you think about it, if y'all agree.
Since 2022.
Yeah. So coming into this season.
All right.
Okay.
So he has Aaron Rodgers 1.
Nope.
Joe Burrow 2, Tom Brady 3, Matthew Stafford 4, Russell Wilson 5, Josh Allen 6, Dak Prescott 7, and Justin Herbert 8.
Huh? Read the list one more time.
I'm gonna read it one more time.
You can say the last names.
What'd you say? I'm just gonna read the one. It goes: 1 is Aaron Rodgers, 2 is Joe Burrow, 3 is Tom Brady, 4 is Matthew Stafford, 5 is Russell Wilson, 6 is Josh Allen, 7 Dak Prescott, 8 Justin Herbert.
So he has no Mahomes in there?
That's what I was about.
No Mahomes.
No Deshaun Watson? Nah, bro.
No Lamar.
Yeah, nah. He's smoking. Big smoke. He on big drugs.
Lamar's in your top 8?
I don't know if Lamar's my top 8.
Is he in your top 8? I don't know if he's in mine.
10. He's my top 10.
All right. I mean, let me try and give you 10 guys in order.
In order? All right.
All right. I'm still. I mean, it's tough. I would still go. I would probably go Mahomes, Josh Allen, Brady, Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Matt Stafford, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. I know I'm missing somebody. Derek Carr.
Derek Carr's in your top.
Derek Carr is an elite quarterback, bro.
He's in your. What number was that?
I think that was 10 or 11.
That was 9. You were 9, bro.
Was that 9? I mean, I'm just trying to think about.
I was expecting Derek Carr.
I mean, I would probably go Lamar. Before Derek Carr, but Derek Carr's not far behind.
Yeah, he's a solid quarterback.
He's been a winner. I mean, who else though?
Deshaun.
Deshaun, but we haven't seen Deshaun play in 2 years.
Oh, give it a rest. Give it a rest.
I mean, I don't know.
You wouldn't have been saying that if he came to the Birds. You wouldn't have been saying that if he came to the Birds.
That's what I'm saying, bro. The argument. I hate that argument,
What
bro.
you mean?
If Deshaun would have...
nobody just doesn't play and it shows up in his.
But I'm just saying, your rhetoric about his.
I mean, yeah, but
he's
a top quarterback, but I mean, obviously. But I mean, is he in this conversation right now?
Yes, I think Deshaun Watson is arguably the best quarterback in football next to Patrick Mahomes.
The best next to Patty?
Best? You think he's above Aaron Rodgers?
Better than Josh Allen?
Yes.
What does he do better than Josh Allen?
I think Josh Allen's better.
What does he do better than Josh Allen?
I think that he's definitely more athletic. I think he's fat. I think he might be faster. Don't quote me. I think he's definitely more accurate. I think he's definitely more accurate than him. Yes, I definitely think that Deshaun Watson more accurate.
Man, you got to watch Josh Allen tape.
Arm is questionable. But I definitely think he's
Josh Allen probably has the strongest arm in the league.
That's what I'm saying. So I said arm is questionable.
I'll say this though. I'll say.
And he's extremely accurate.
He's accurate, but
I think Deshaun Watson is more accurate,
Deshaun
bro.
Watson can make harder throws though. I'll say that.
I think he's more accurate.
What do you mean? Josh Allen can make all the throws.
He can make all the throws, but I'm saying
he might be a little bit more nimble than Josh Allen. Definitely more nimble.
I think Josh Allen's a better overall quarterback.
Yeah.
But I'm saying though, in terms of throwing the ball, I think Deshaun Watson may be a better thrower of the pill.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I think it's Josh Allen.
You think so?
I think that it's Deshaun, bro.
I think it's
I
think it's Josh Allen.
Man doesn't throw
like
he's accurate as fuck.
Both. I'm not.
And his arm is strong. I'm saying he can make every throw. He can make every throw. They both can. But I think, I don't think that he can. I don't think Deshaun does it at a higher level than Josh Allen does.
I think this year with the receiving core that he has, Deshaun Watson. I think this
Who's
year.
His core? Amari Cooper and who
Amari
else?
Cooper. He has David Njoku. He has.
Yeah, but they don't use their tight ends a lot in Cleveland.
But I mean, what I'm saying now is that they.
But you also have Chubbs getting at least 22 carries a game. And then you got Kareem Hunt who's getting 10 carries.
But that takes the pressure off of him though.
So I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see.
And the only reason
I just didn't know he was in this conversation because he hasn't played.
No, he's
definitely a top talent.
If taking my own bias in, we can't even say that he's not even top 5. We can't.
I mean, when he was playing, he was definitely
top 5.
Yeah, he definitely was.
So right now, I say arguably. You gave him a year. You gave him a year and some change off of rest. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back throwing the pill crazy.
So who's your top 5 then?
My personal top 5.
Yeah.
I don't want to do 1A 1B.
Nah, just straight through.
Okay, because
Mahomes Allen could be 1A 1B.
Then you gotta do 1C with Deshaun Watson because I can't do that.
No,
there is never a 1C.
I can't, bro. I can't, bro.
You saw already a stretch doing 1B.
Get a load of this guy.
1C? Come on, man.
Bro, I can't do that to Deshaun Watson. If that's the case, then I'm gonna have to do
I don't know.
Deshaun.
So I don't know, bro.
To be fair, I'm gonna have to do Deshaun, then 2A, 2B, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes.
2A, 2B?
I have to.
If we
can't do 1C, then I have to put Deshaun number 1.
Over a technicality, you're placing both of them.
I have to.
This man Patty just fucking won a chip 2 years ago, and you're gonna put Deshaun Watson over him as more elite. Like, come on, like Josh Allen just went to AFC.
This is what I'm saying, though. But this is what I'm saying.
Like Deshaun Watson, has he made it to an AFC chip yet?
No, but that's
he's not on their level.
But that's not his fault.
No, he has not. No, he has not.
Nah, you're right. He hasn't.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Right. He went to the semi.
Bro, I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro.
It's not his fault. He was up 24-0.
He said it loaded teams. All right, bro. You up 24. You up 24-0.
That's just bad coaching.
The Bills were supposed to.
Nah, bro.
The Bills were supposed to.
Quarterback got to figure out a way to give me some points.
That's a fact.
What'd you say, Mills?
No, I was agreeing with you. I was saying
you got to figure out. You got to figure out a way to get some points, bro.
No, I don't. I'm not saying that he wouldn't, but what I'm also trying to say is that, like, yo, you got to understand it's a situation of coaching. You feel me?
I don't know if we just throwing him into the top spot over Mahomes, Josh Allen, not even a Brady.
Either has to share it. Either has to share it.
I mean, honestly, even like I don't even know. I mean, even like Matt Stafford, bro.
Matt Stafford is not going.
Is he a better thrower of the ball than Matt Stafford?
Yes. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't know.
Do that,
let me ask you this.
Because if I have to bring down Matt Stafford tonight, I will.
Clutch time.
Let me ask you.
Clutch time. We can't argue.
Matt Stafford and Jared Goff are the same quarterback. Argue me otherwise.
He just won a chip.
That don't mean nothing.
They're
the same quarterback.
Game-winning drives matter, bro.
They are the same quarterback.
Chips do matter.
No, they're the same quarterback. Jared Goff can make
same
all
team.
them
Jared Goff. Jared Goff couldn't score.
Did he go to the chip?
He did, but he couldn't score more than 3 points, bro.
But that's not. Come on now, you sitting here playing.
And OBJ got hurt in that game, and you forgetting that. They lost a key part to their offense.
My thing is, you're using Jared Goff's argument as if he wasn't playing against one of arguably the best defensive coaches ever. Come on, bro, don't do that. You play like you got put into context. Matt Stafford got hurt. And he's playing against who? Who's the coach for the Men's Nights?
But he went through the NFC, bro. He beat the Bucks on the road in OT. That has to mean something. That has to mean something when we're ranking quarterbacks, bro.
And what did Jared Goff do?
He didn't do that on the road.
Not on the road, though.
Okay, not on the road, but he still made it to the chip.
He made it to the chip.
What I'm saying is
he went into Tampa, won on the road in OT.
Jared Goff, to me, Jared Goff and
then
Matt Stafford
who did they play
throws,
the next game in the NFC chip?
Who?
The Rams. Was it the Niners they played?
It was the Niners.
Beat the Niners. Then beat the fucking Bengals, who had just beat the world champs.
All I'm saying
coming in hot.
That has to mean something when we're talking about these rankings, bro.
It means something, I guess.
Because we put Russ put Russ into the top 5 and stuff, and he hasn't won a chip in a couple years. But we know that he's talented. We know that him going to Denver they're immediately contenders.
So Deshaun Watson not going 24-0 up against the Chiefs that we sit here talk about Patrick Mahomes so much doesn't mean anything?
24-0.
Bro, they lost.
They lost the game.
In the first half, yeah, understand,
bro. They lost.
But at a point, he was up 24-0, bro. Come on. But that's what I'm saying.
You don't win.
Nah, bro, I'm not
I'm
doing
sitting
that.
here telling you, bro.
That's ass. You gave up a 24-point lead.
Bro,
that's not his fault 100%. That's
bro,
what
I'm sitting here telling you. Bro, I'm sitting here telling you that Tom Brady came back down, 28-3. Comes back on you at home in the playoffs.
But
and you still find a way to win a game in overtime. You make a huge play to Cooper Kupp like a fucking 70-yard bomb to set up the game-winning field goal. Game time. Then you go into the NFC chip. You beat one of the hottest teams that just held Aaron Rodgers also at home to no touchdowns. Then you beat the hottest team in the league, arguably, with the hottest offense, with the most unstoppable duo. Well, not most unstoppable duo, but one of the best duos in Burrow and Jamar Chase. Mm-hmm. You lose your top wide receiver. You're on your third string tight end, and you win a chip. You find a way to win a chip at the end of the game. That has to mean something.
That has to mean good coaching.
Bro, right, players make plays, bro.
That has to mean something.
It's not about the X's and O's, about the Jimmies and Joes at the end of the day.
I understand that, but
bro, you can have all the great
the last time I saw Deshaun Watson in the playoffs, he was getting comeback on from 24-0, bro.
Facts.
I think this year.
So I can't just say, oh, he's number one in the league now.
But I only said, but once again, I said that because y'all didn't want to give me 1C.
All right. So let me ask you.
He can't even be as high as that, bro. He can't be 1C.
Let me ask you this.
Let me ask you that.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. When it comes to next season, how far is Deshaun Watson gonna go?
Before I answer this question, is this with the suspension?
He's going to be suspended.
If with the suspension, I'm not having high expectations.
His first full season with the Browns.
Okay, first full season with the Browns.
Probably next year.
So next year?
Probably his first full season. We'll see how many games he gets suspended.
How far is he going to go his first full season?
I think he comes out the division on top, first place.
He's going to the Super Bowl.
Over Lamar,
I think he's definitely beating Lamar. I definitely think he's beating the Bengals. Definitely. They're waxing the Bengals.
With confidence.
I'm telling you. I got faith in Deshaun Watson.
So is he going to the bowl?
He likes the Browns.
Yeah.
Remember he said Bucks and the Browns in the chip.
You want to bet on that again?
Browns.
Baby 100. Baby 100.
The season not even there.
I still need that. I still need the joint from that last joint too. Yeah, next episode I need that. Yeah, I need that. I'm coming to collect.
Okay, but nah.
What they say? I do anything for that IOU.
Facts.
Nah, I think that if not the Super Bowl, he definitely makes it to the championship game.
I don't know about that.
I disagree.
I do.
I think the AFC is going to be a lot harder to run through than you think, bro.
I don't think it's going to be a lot harder.
The AFC West alone.
I understand, but I think that Deshaun could get it done. You had a year and a half of rest.
Is he going into Mile High and winning a game? Is he going into Arrowhead and winning on the road?
Is he
going into Buffalo and winning on the road?
Definitely. I think he can. I think he can.
All right.
Buffalo's a hard game.
He definitely can.
He definitely can.
Buffalo in the wintertime.
I think
no.
For me to be fair, I think he's top 3. However,
I just can't put him. Over guys that have won Super Bowls and he hasn't played a snap.
I get you. That's fair. That's fair.
Like Trey Lance didn't play his second year of college, and that's really set back his development. Granted, Deshaun Watson is a fucking Pro Bowl player. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best in the league, but Michael Jordan couldn't come back from not playing after 2 years and be Michael Jordan that Michael Jordan was.
You know, I get you. But
you know what I'm saying?
I think
nobody just comes back into anything after being off for 2 years. You can say, "Oh, he's been resting," but you haven't been taking hits for 2 years. You haven't been under pressure for 2 years. All that stuff has to come into play. MJ didn't come back and was MJ. They lost in the playoffs that year.
It's facts, but I think that Deshaun Watson is different.
All right, he's different than MJ.
I think that he's different. They played
then MJ.
Yeah, I think that he's a different beast.
He's on MJ's level as far as stars.
Come on, now you're gassing. You're gassing.
That's what it sounded like.
That is what it sounds like.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think that Deshaun can get. I think Deshaun will get it done. I think he's top 3.
Okay.
I don't think Matt Stafford's top 10.
Top 10?
I don't think he's top 10. Sorry.
All right. I
don't.
digress.
I don't.
Next.
That's fair. I got nothing else to say.
On football, right? So
NBA playoffs coming up real soon.
yeah, I
baby.
want to talk playoffs real quick. I want to talk playoffs.
James Harden's gonna shit the bed, bro.
Yeah, I think so too.
Dang, your mindset changed that quick.
No. I mean,
Last time you was talking, we going to the.
we are going to the chip.
But he's gonna
But
fold,
I mean,
bro.
look. Here's the thing, though.
Embiid's MVP not looking too pretty.
Here. Why not?
Jokic up right now, supposedly.
Jokic is up.
That's
He
what-
shouldn't be.
That's what everybody's. I was watching like ESPN. And everybody's saying Jokic is like
He
the
shouldn't
favorite
be.
right now.
They're
He
voting
shouldn't
for Jokic because
Yeah.
they
He
lost
shouldn't
because
be.
whatchamacallit lost to Giannis. Niggas don't like
Yeah.
Giannis, so it's like one of those things. I feel like
He
if you-
shouldn't
Giannis
be.
punched this shit.
He did punch his shit.
Yeah. Giannis said it's his league.
James Harden missed the fucking 3-pointer to go up. See, that the only thing that I'm concerned about is we've seen this from him before in his career, of him like having moments in the playoffs where he comes up short. So that won't surprise me if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, plus they're not built to win a chip as a team.
You don't think so?
I keep saying this. They should never give up Seth Curry.
What? My question is, I asked you this last time. If they say they're going to give away Tobias, who do you think they need to get?
They need to get someone else who can run the point and someone else who can help them run the point.
I don't know if they need another point because they have Maxey.
Yeah, Maxey's playing well though.
He's playing extremely well.
He's playing well.
You know what they need, bro?
What?
They need Brad Beal.
They do.
That'd be a nice pickup.
They need Brad Beal, bro. They need another scorer. Because like you can rely on James and Embiid. You know, Embiid's going to give you 25 at least. James Harden should at least give you 20. You can't rely on Tobias consistently enough to give you 20 plus points a night.
Yeah.
He's not to be getting paid what he's getting paid. He's not giving that to you enough.
I've been said that.
You know what I'm saying? And like the time has come is like either like, all right, you haven't done it in like 3 years, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like the time has come to like search for other options.
Let me ask
Brad
you-
Beal would be the most, ideal, but they need another like bona fide. They need a BI. I would love to get BI.
Yeah, or
I was
or they need something that's going to help them in transition.
I was
bro.
gonna say.
That's it.
I know this is hard fetched because he just got traded, but like what if CJ McCollum? I feel like that
He would have been
I
perfect.
feel like that would be a compliment to James.
He would have been perfect.
That would be like a perfect.
I mean, that would have been perfect offensively, but I mean, they lose a lot of length with like a length like defensively,
Yeah.
and like they can't just really just depend on Thibault and Joe to lock everything down.
Yeah.
The reason I said Brad Beal because Brad Beal defends and he's also tall.
Yeah.
CJ McCollum. I mean, that's it. That CJ isn't.
Nah, because it would be, if that was the case, if they had CJ McCollum, it would be him, Maxey, and Harden in the lineup. Or you think Maxey come off the bench?
That's what I'm saying. Somebody has to go to the bench.
Maxey's
at that
coming off
point.
the bench.
He would have to.
Yeah, and they'd probably have to get another defender.
He would have to run a second unit, and then you can just keep Matisse in there
Yeah.
as your stretch four and your defender
Yeah.
of whoever.
So who would be your five? I mean your fifth, not just five. Obviously Joel. but
Joe.
No, I'm
So
saying
it would be James,
CJ.
CJ, Thibault, Joe.
That's what I'm saying. Who's your fifth guy?
I mean, it might have to be Maxey with the way your team is built because you don't have another point guard
You would have to.
You're gonna have to just stagger the minutes.
You would have to get somebody else though, like in a trade.
on their team. Now it would probably be Danny Green, I guess,
Yeah, Danny Green probably have to go back into the
or
lineup.
Niang. Who you can't rely on that come
Can't rely on
playoff
that.
time, bro,
Yeah.
against the Bucks.
Yeah,
Like I can't rely on George Niang being able to give me 3 threes off the bench.
Yeah.
Or Shake Milton being able to give me 9 points and 4 assists. Like I can't depend on these guys to come up big in the crunch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they really need a revamped bench, and Seth was a lot of help.
Seth-
He stretched the floor,
I agree with
and
Moose.
Drummond was 12 rebounds.
yeah, that was
6 points.
Those pieces right there. I think
DeAndre doesn't give you that.
at all. Never did. Never did. But even with that, I'm gonna go into while we're talking about like
Tell you,
teams.
Russ-
and things. I want to
Russ
talk
is
about the
going to the
Lakers.
Blazers.
Yeah,
Russ is going to the Blazers.
Blazers.
Oh.
I think
For Dame,
so.
they would never do.
Nah, I wanted to.
They're going to trade somebody.
Nah, they're not giving Blazers.
They're going to trade somebody to the Blazers, bro.
What about what's your thoughts on the Lakers though right now? Do you think they're gonna make the playoffs?
No.
It
No.
doesn't matter. They can't win a chip.
And I hope they don't either.
Hope they don't go either.
You hope they don't go to the playoffs?
No, bro.
Why?
Because I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see LeBron lose in the first round.
I want to see Brown go to
I
the
don't even
playoffs,
want
bro.
to not lose.
Sorry.
They're going to get
I wanna
smacked.
I want to see Brown go to the playoffs, bro.
They're going to get smacked.
Of course, I want to see.
I want
them
him to
in
be
the
healthy
playoffs,
though.
but they're gonna have to win 2 games in a playing tournament and then go and play the Suns in the first round.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Nah.
That's
Yeah,
that's Sweep City, bro.
Because Bron's ankle is done for, huh?
Yeah, that joint looked crazy.
And AD can't stay healthy.
AD has never. I feel so bad for Bron, bro.
So since AD can't stay healthy, where do you rank him in his position or as big man in the league?
When he's healthy, he's top 5.
But
Top 3.
we always say when he's healthy, but he hasn't been healthy.
Right
So
now, I mean,
I don't
in
know.
productivity over the last 2.5 years.
I mean, they got a chip 2 years ago.
that year he was top 5.
Top 5 player, not even at his position.
Yeah, like I'm saying, player overall at his position as 4. Honestly, if he was 80%, you would want him over a lot of other guys in the league.
Like, yeah, that's the issue.
You know what I mean?
It's like you just kind of pray he's healthy, and that's the most annoying part about
Like
him.
as far as 4s go, if he's 80%, you probably take him over everybody else in the league. As far as 4 men go, stretch 4s, which is his natural
Yeah.
position. As far as power forwards go,
Wouldn't you consider Giannis a power forward? Yes.
I mean, yeah, probably.
You're not just taking him over Giannis.
I mean,
not like that.
I mean, look, all right, so that's 1 and 1A.
So both healthy. Who you taking?
I'm taking Giannis because he's Nigerian.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Well, that's a good question. That's a very good question.
I'm taking my Nigerian.
That's a
brother.
very good question. 100% healthy, and I get the full package for both.
You get the full package of reps. Who you taking? Giannis or you taking Giannis or AD? 100% healthy. Which one you taking?
That's a tough question.
I'm taking Giannis.
Biasly, I want to say AD because Giannis is really the Sixer killer.
Mm-hmm.
When they play the Sixers, he kicks it up another level.
It's lunch.
You know,
He
eats against us
the Sixers are a bad transition team.
purposely. Like he purposely lets it be known that like
It's because Joel.
I'm killing y'all niggas. Like yeah, Joel, you nice, but I'm better than you.
Yeah, he be letting it know.
I'm better than you.
So you taking him?
I would probably take Giannis, bro. Honestly.
I think.
But their games are so different. Like AD gives me a totally different thing that Giannis can't.
Don't you think Giannis is a little more of a dog than AD though?
Yeah.
100% more of a dog. That's probably why you give him the because when
give
he
him the nod
plays,
'cause of that.
when he goes against AD,
Nah.
that's lunch.
It's lunch.
That's lunch.
That's lunch.
Embiid is one thing,
lunch.
but when he plays against AD, he's Thanos. He's like, I'm coming for the
I don't know
world.
when AD gets just small, bro.
And
He
like
just
AD
gets
shrinks.
small, bro.
Yeah.
I don't
He
get
shrinks,
it.
and Giannis is like.
So how is that
Yeah.
even a conversation? Right
You're
there,
right.
just
I
said it.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
You're right.
that's what I'm trying to
Yeah, probably Giannis.
Giannis.
Yeah.
I know what I was talking about, man.
Where you put Karl Anthony Towns right now? The way he's playing.
After
He
Giannis,
What'd you say? He's been eating though, has he,
He
not?
has.
he
He
had
has been
60
eating.
one game, bro. From
He's
the
been
four.
he's been doing his Dougie,
Four.
bro.
I know.
And he won a
just-
3-point shootout.
He's been doing his Dougie, man.
I don't know. He just
That's
he from
Jersey.
Jersey. I just gotta give
That's
him
Jersey.
respect.
He's been doing his thing.
It's Carl.
I gotta give him respect.
He might make some noise in the. You know what I'm saying?
They're an exciting team.
That's what. Memphis is exciting.
Memphis is excited, and they don't have John. They hooping.
Oh gosh, that's scary.
That is scary.
So do your picks change of who comes out?
I'm still rocking with Phoenix.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna.
You
be
think they're gonna
Phoenix.
get it done this year?
Yes.
I don't know if they. I think they're gonna go to the chip. I don't know if they're gonna get it done.
Here's my thing. If the Nets make it to the finals,
They're not going to the finals, bro.
if the Nets make
They're
it to the
healthy, bro?
finals,
What?
They're not going
there's
to the
no.
finals.
I honestly think, this isn't far fetched. If they both make it that far, Kyrie and Chris Paul might both be hurt
You think so?
because that's how they are. But
I don't think so.
I think Kyrie would give Chris Paul hell.
Buckets.
I think he would give him
definitely.
hell.
Oh,
series?
definitely. Oh, definitely.
I think he would give
Thinking
him
about
hell.
it now, yeah,
I
nah.
think Chris will hoop though.
I think Chris will hoop too. I think he'll do his Dougie, but I think Kyrie will give him hell.
It's gonna be bad. Hell's an understatement.
And then I
Really
think
thinking about it now,
I think
you're right.
like they have nobody to stop KD
You think Ben's locking down Book?
if he plays.
I'm saying if he's healthy. If he's healthy. I'm saying 100% healthy both teams.
I'll take the Nets. And here's my thing, right? So I'm just going matchup for matchup, right?
I'm taking
like I'll take Andre Drummond giving DeAndre Ayton problems all game. I'll take
body him.
I'll take Drummond in that matchup.
I don't know.
So you're telling me that I have all right, so Seth and McHale, that'll probably cancel out each other. They'll both get buckets. 80's winning his matchup over Jay Crowder.
100%. He gonna give Jay Crowder a long
Book's
series.
going at Ben at 6'10".
I think
Devin's going to get
I
his,
think
but
Devin's
Ben's going to
gonna
make
cook.
it tough.
He gonna
And
make it
then
tough, but-
who's guarding Ben at the other end matters. If it's Devin, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Jay Crowder has to guard
But
KD
but
or
I think-
Mikal Bridges.
But I think the thing is, I think we're just doing this matchup for. I just think that even if the Nets made it to the finals and they played the Suns are trashing because they have chemistry right now. And I
They
think
do have chemistry. That does matter.
The
They do.
chemistry
It does
really
matter.
do matter. And
But I
think that
really
this-
just think that
Because like my thing is what I've noticed, like what I've noticed about players and I noticed about teams is that you can't develop your chemistry 100% in the playoffs. Like you can't just add another player, no matter how good they are. They could be a perennial all-star, whatever. You're not just gonna add that player and they just gonna be like, yeah, the chemistry just works.
that's true.
That's
but,
true. That's
but
true.
but I'm just saying, KD almost single-handedly beat the Bucks last year.
I think KD about to really cook this.
I just think that level. And then when I saw that Sixers Nets game, I wouldn't want no parts of that come playoff time, bro. A locked in KD, when KD is locked in like that, everybody else is just as locked in,
if
bro.
KD wins a chip this year, is he the best player in the world?
No. No.
If he beats the Bucks on his way to get there,
He's gonna have to beat. He's gonna have to beat.
and then he goes through the Suns, he has to be number one in the world right now. How can he not be?
Say he beats the Sixers, he beats the Bucks, and he goes on and wins the
Yeah,
chip.
he's number one. He's the best in the world.
Fine, I guess.
He's not the top player in the world.
He is, I guess.
That's a gauntlet of teams. And think about how many top players you beat to get there. You beat Embiid, you beat
right.
James Harden, you beat Giannis, you beat Chris Middleton, you beat Devin Booker, you beat Chris Paul,
Yeah.
you beat all-stars, multiple all-stars. And not only that, but if KD does somehow make that happen, he'll be averaging a smooth 32 points.
You're
Facts.
right.
Facts. My last question on the sports topic before we wrap it up. Final Four is here. Coach K is playing UNC. How do you think that ends? Do you think UNC is going to end his career?
Let's go,
Or
Duke.
you
UNC
think
to the UNC.
Let's go, Duke.
you think Duke winning?
They going to the chip. They going to win a chip.
UNC.
You want
Duke's
50
winning.
on it?
No.
You might as well bet.
You just be saying shit, bro.
I don't know who's going to
This
win.
is what I'm saying, bro. Fugazi.
I'll bet you.
Motherfucker be saying shit. On who?
If you taking Duke, I'll take UNC.
All right, I bet that then. I bet that.
I'll take it. How much you want to bet?
50.
All right, bet.
I bet that.
So next pod.
I don't watch college basketball like that. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't either, but I'll just do it
I
for
bet
that.
50.
That's all I got. Y'all got anything else for sports?
Nah.
Well, this time next week it'll have passed, but tune into the Women's Final Four, yo.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the
Paige
UConn-
Beckers. Oh my
UConn
God.
NC State game was ridiculous.
South Carolina. Oh my God. I mean, look, you want to watch some good fucking basketball? Women's basketball is the shit.
It is.
And shout out to my favorite new platform that I follow is Just Women Sports. That joint's fire. Like all the content they put up, highlighting the women athletes, things of that nature, is dope. So gotta shout them out.
Oh, free Brittany Griner.
We gotta talk about that next episode too.
Free BG.
But that's all I got for episode 82 of the Face of the Future podcast. It's your boy Mills.
It's your boy Shan.
Certified Lover Moose out.
Peace.